Yesterday, I came across a post online, a news flash, how that tenants have been finding it very difficult to cope or to understand why a landlord or a property owner would just, add to the current price of rent. And it has been an issue in Abuja. Actually, when I came into Abuja, I know how much rent was, and today rent is something else. For a self-contained, you'll be paying up to 1 million to 1.82 million, and it's not funny, especially for someone who is a salary earner or someone who is still struggling in business. It's actually not a good one because you will understand that rent or having a shelter over your head is actually very, very important, and it's a priority for everyone, for every individual. And if you do not have it or own a home, you would have to resort to the option of renting. And I just want to share two major reasons why I feel there is this sudden change in the price of property as it regards rental property. One of it is the price of building materials. I've been around the real estate industry for a number of years, and I can tell you for sure that the price of building materials have actually gone up. Take, for example, the price of cement, bag of cement. It isn't the way it used to be. And, you know, every single material that is used or employed during the construction of a property, a building, as small as that building is, it's actually money. So you must understand that the price of building materials have actually gone up. It isn't the way it used to be. The price of cement, the price of POP, the price of cement has affected the price of bricks or blocks, and the price of labor. All of these contribute humongously to the outcome of the value of a property that you see, whether it is a rental property, a commercial property. It is not easy. If you are renting a property, maybe you are renting a shop in a plaza for your business, if you are renting a facility for your office, if you are renting a residential property that you want to be staying in with your family, you realize that the prices have gone up. The rental property, the rental value has actually gone up. And it is not enough to begin to blame the landlords for their abrupt change in price. You have to also look at the market systems, the trajectory of the market to be able to understand, put yourself in the shoes of the landlords, and you will understand that it is not easy. I understand that some of these landlords too can be very unreasonable because some of them built these properties 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 15 years ago, when things were a lot more easier. And that's what brings me to the second point. Beside the fact that prices of building materials have gone up, uh, the second point is that every property owner sees their property as a tool to catch up with inflation. Yes, you might be saying, but my landlord, this house is an old house. The landlord built the house 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Then price was around 1.4, 3,000, 1,800, whatever your excuses or whatever you think the landlord should be looking at as regards when he built his house. You should also understand that every property owner sees his property as a tool to catch up with inflation, with the realities of inflation. So the landlord is also a citizen. He is also a human. He goes into the market and the price of bag of rice has gone up, bag of beans has gone up, and every other commodity, PMS, premium motor spirit has gone up, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas has gone up. And the only way he's able to catch up with all of these various inflations is to say, okay, I have a property, and instead of using my salary to, or my current earning to, you know, to clear these oversight expenses, why not increase my rent? I collect 500,000 from this particular tenant using a shop in my plaza, but I can change the price to 1 million and then use the what I get from there to offset these bills that are coming my way. So you understand that this is how landlords see their properties as a tool to catch up with inflation. So the same way we are all complaining that the price of things are going up, so also the landlord is saying, okay, or the property owner is saying, I have a property, and this is a good tool, this is a good mechanism for me to also what? To be able to keep up with the tides of things. So the only way you have no way out of this. So the only thing is to begin to look at the possibility of becoming a property owner yourself. Because whether you like it or not, it's going to be a win-win situation for property owners. That is why we keep preaching, we keep saying to every individual who cares to hear, invest in real estate. Because you have no idea what the price of property is going to be in 10 years' time. So if you start the journey now, you buy a land, and then you start building every year. If your annual income is 5 million and you're able to put 1.5 or 2 million in that project, in the next 5, 6, 7, there are people who build houses over 7 years, over 10 years, and today they are landlords. You see them, they have to cut down on their excesses, their expenses. Some of them have to, fly commercials instead of driving cars. Some of them, you thought they didn't have the money. There are people who have money to buy cars today, but they are trekking. They are taking bikes, entering keke napep, and moving around. Why? Because they have a project they are on. If you have something, if you, the Bible said that where a man's treasure is, that's where his heart will be. If you are tired of being a tenant and you want to be a landlord, that becomes a priority for you. You have to, as a matter of necessity, begin to work towards that objective. That is why I'm a real estate agent here in Abuja, and I see people trying to, uh, force landlords to reduce the price of the rent. It's not going to work. How is he going to offset these bills? It's by increasing his rent. That's the only way to do it. Yes, I know there are very nice landlords out of there who may want to help you, but out of 10 landlords, you probably find one who is that nice. So please, like I said, the two major reasons why the prices of property will continue to go up is because one, the price of building materials have actually gone up. You need to speak to contractors, you need to speak to building engineers, people who are around the property market. They will brief you on how well things have actually gone in the construction industry. And that secondly, every of these landlords, whether you are, yes, generalizing them now, those who built 5 years ago or those who just built last year, yes, they were direct receptors of this market shaking. But how about those who built 15, 20 years ago when things were better? They also see their property as a tool to catch up with inflation. So while you are lamenting on the need for landlord to be considerate on the price of rent, they are also seeing their properties as a way to help them continue living their life without, issues that come with their bills. So, but then I want to make an appeal that the government should look into this matter, because majority of Nigerians are still renting. Majority of Nigerians have not earned the resources enough to be landlords or to own properties. So this is where the government comes in. I feel the government should put policies in place to regulate the rate or the measure at which landlords are able to, increase rent. So the best we can do is to appeal to the government to put policies in place to curb some of these, unnecessary, you know, change in prices. And I had to say this to encourage you who doesn't own a property now, as I am also doing. If you are a tenant and that you are not comfortable, haven't seen what is going on in the, uh, in the property industry, please begin to make steps to own your own property. You can start with owning a land. You can start with, doing something on that land that you already have. And God will help us in 2025. Have a great day and God bless you.